A development bank of Southern Africa says although its energy investment have been negatively impacted by Ghana's debt restructuring program, it will not walk away from its long-standing partnership with Ghana. The financial institution made significant investment into Sen Power Generation Limited, one of the largest independent power producers, which controls about 10% of Ghana's installed energy capacity. But the power generation project, together with other IPPs, are facing difficulties because of government-planned restructuring of debt amounting to some $1.6 billion. Speaking with Blessed Soga on the sidelines of the 2024 Continental Energy Investment Forum, Chief Risk Officer of DBSA, Info Kubelo, stated that Ghana's economic woes may not last forever.
I've been playing in the, starting with the SADC and the rest of the continent now going over 25 years. We have massive experience in terms of financing infrastructure projects on the continent. What that means is we can take a lot of what we have learned and apply it. We are a long-term player, so we are not in the space for a couple of years and then we walk away. So we are a long-term player. We are able to go through different cycles of risk on the continent. The one thing that we know is that we do get repaid. On the continent, the investment, we do generate returns that are commensurate, with the risk that we take. So what I'm saying to you is, from time to time, you're going to have this sort of massive risk cycles that are going to come through, but because you take a long-term view and you sort of do thorough work up front in terms of bankability of the projects that you are financing, you're going to see that. One of the very interesting things is recently Moody's came out with a paper that actually shows that Africa has the lowest default rates in terms of project finance. So that has to take place.
And speaking about the risk, Ghana is one of the countries that indeed defaulted on its sovereign debt, and we appear to be in a dire situation now, complicating the crisis for development institutions such as DBSA. Are you looking beyond the economic challenge, peculiar to Ghana, and would you say that you still put your money into that economy?
But this is exactly what I'm saying. You have to take a long term. You have to understand that risk goes through cycles, right? And if you are a long-term investor, it means where there are cases of distress, you are able to come in, work out those situations, and come out on the other side. And I can tell you now that the DBSA, having been on the continent for 25 years, for 25 years plus, we have been in this business now for over 40 years. We have gone through different cycles, including the financial crisis earlier in the current century. So what we know is that risk goes through cycles. You have to have the right capitalization. You have to have the right ability to withstand those shocks and come out on the other side with it. And what helps is the credibility of the partners that we work with, right? So if you look at infrastructure and investment infrastructure, you don't have partners that are going to walk away as soon as things become difficult. Yeah, but what I'm saying is this is something that goes through a particular cycle, right? So you don't expect that the situation in Ghana is going to be here forever. And as things stand now, we know that there's a lot of work that is being done with funders in Ghana. We know that there's a lot of work that is being done with international funding agencies. We know that the IMF is involved. We know that there are other people that are playing in there. And the government of Ghana has been very cooperative in terms of trying to sort out the problems.